Well, hello everyone. I thought I'd shoot a very, hopefully this stays. Thought I'd shoot a very quick video before I went to sleep tonight. So, hello everybody. Welcome back to the third vlog in a row, and some amazing stuff happening. So, hello everybody. Welcome to the third vlog in a row. This is actually a first for December and kind of a first for the whole year. I haven't done a bunch of these in a row in a long time, so I kind of I told myself I'd pinch myself. And I told you guys I pinch myself every day to try to make one of these. Hello everybody, and welcome back. I wanted to give you guys some car news that I have that kind of bottled up the last 3-4 weeks. So, and I haven't been able to kind of say it. So, I just wanted to say I didn't give my Qatar Grand Prix review, other than I didn't watch it. So all I know is people were running over mirrors and people were being really slow in qualifying, and Max Verstappen won his like fifth to sixth race of the year. He's won the world championship, so it doesn't matter to him whether he wins or not, but I'm pretty sure he's going to keep on his winning ways. Abu Dhabi is going to be this weekend, so it's going to be this weekend. That race is probably going to be like 10 o'clock in the morning, as usual, because it's an F1 race. Um, I'm gonna get F1 out of the way because I don't want to do F1. F1's boring. It's become boring. So I just wanted to reiterate some things that have come up, and some stuff that I wanted to touch on. I know I'm like 3 or 4. No, I know I'm like 2-3 weeks late on this, but IMSA did their annual November test. November test last month, and I didn't get to kind of cover it because there was a lot of because there were a lot of new teams and a lot of new things going on. I also wanted to mention Cadillac being into. Actually, I didn't think I'd talk about F1, but I'll talk about Cadillac coming into F1. I guess Andretti's getting his wish. I'll share my thoughts on that. Actually, I'll try to share my thoughts on that on a later video. So for IMSA testing, I know that there were a bunch of changes this season in the GTP class. Well, I'm going to start in GTD, and then I'm going to go to obviously prototype or GTP, because I don't care about LMP2. So LMP2 is just a spec class. It's just a bunch of Orca or Ligier 2017 217s with Gibson V8 putting out 560 horsepower. It's kind of a boring class. Oh, it's going to be on. So I'm not going to talk about it. So in GTD, we have DXT and DT Racing, the guys who came nearly close to winning the SRO America's World Challenge GT Championship. They won I remember Tommy Milner and Eric Udell winning like 6 in a row with that car, and it's finally coming to back up. I think it's going to be coming to back up AWA Motorsports, which was pretty pitiful last year. AWA kind of had the AWA did use the Z06 GT3s. There's a couple other teams that are switching to the Corvette, I guess, because the Corvette's the way to go. There's a couple of teams that are also switching to Porsche, and I think there's a couple teams switching to Aston Martin. But I will come up with a grid list in January when the Roar comes up, because that's when I'll have more definitive. But I know for a fact BMW show up Aston Martin did show up because I know there was a few teams that were testing. GTP, it's a little different. So it's kind of a switch of teams. We're still going to have the Penske Porsches, and the Penske Porsches we're running. I think there was one Lamborghini, but as we know, but I regret to inform everybody, the Lamborghini SC63 program is done, and those cars will obviously be going away. I hear in WEC that Iron Lynx is going to be switching to Mercedes, and the Iron Dames is going to be switching to Porsche. And we're switching to Porsche. I don't know how Mercedes is going to have come in. I don't think they're going to get good BOP, because there's really no Mercedes based cars in the field, really. In the cars, really. So the S63 is out. In terms of the teams, Cadillac has switched from Wayne Taylor Acura has switched from Wayne Taylor to Mike Shank Racing, and Cadillac has changed from Chip Ganassi Racing, who couldn't win with it, and we're basically crashing bend-a-thons with these cars. I remember seeing what's his face, Sebastian Bourdais plug it like in the first corner, like in the first 20 minutes of the endurance race that I watched 2 years ago, about a year ago. So Andretti is going to do Cadillac, kind of ties in with the Cadillac announcement for 2026, because Andretti is going to get a grid spot in 2026, and I'm hearing Cadillac will be on the grid. I don't know what type of powertrain they will be, but I'm pretty sure that they're going to come up with a Cadillac powertrain, or they're going to be on a customer team and then they're going to develop their own. We'll see. We'll see. It's kind of weird. It'd be kind of weird if a GM car had a Ferrari engine, or if they had a Honda engine. Unfortunately, as I know now, I think Aston Martin is supposed to get the Honda power unit, and I think Ford is supposed to, and Renault and Honda are both. Renault's out, and I think, but that's I'll get to F1 when we get to that, the 26 conundrum. So Cadillac will do the Andretti, will be an Andretti team, and the testing was very cool. Cadillac and Cadillac, Porsche, and Acura both showed their hands. There was a surprise in a very exciting car on the grid, the Aston Martin Valkyrie, and I have heard it, and it's ungodly on the speakers, but I will have to obviously tell you how it will sound in person, because I'm going to go to Watkins Glen next year. So I'm going to go, and it's got big tunnels and stuff like that. They're about a second and a half off the pace, so I think what they're going to do is they're going to do more testing, and they said they're going to open up at Sebring in March, but they're going to contest the WEC first. I figured they'd do that since Qatar. They're going to start at the Qatar 812 kilometers, or the 10-hour race. I think they're going to start smaller races and then work their way up to a 24. And then eventually we are going to see them at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. And it's a snazzy looking car, and it is kind of the true definition of the hypercar definition that they wanted, that the FIA wanted, not these prototype wannabes that Ferrari, Toyota, and Porsche will come up with. But obviously they have road-going versions of these cars, Um, I don't think Toyota is going to be entered in any races. I don't think Ferrari is going to come over. Um, Isotta Fraschini is not going to be in it because they pulled out. They pulled out because they were having problems. That car was amazingly fast in a straight line, but it kind of stunk when it come to pace. When it come to pace, it just didn't have the aero grab. And it's kind of like the Glinken, and it was kind of like the Glinkenhaus, kind of like the Glinkenhaus a little bit. It didn't have the pace outright of the other cars. And the Lamborghini, while good in setting pace, I think it's the Lamborghinis that set the pace, but unfortunately they killed the program, so we won't know how they do. So I think they're trying to reassess what they're going to do, and I don't know. Maybe they figured out that maybe an LMH is a better idea, and maybe it would make them more competitive. To be honest, the Aston Martin Valkyrie will be the first LMH car on the grid, actually, on when it does take the grid at Sebring. And it's the first time that I think a lot of the WC runners, I think it's a little fair for it to be normally aspirated and not have a hybrid boost, because the V12, and it will have a 6.5 liter V12. And I've heard Aston V12s before. For you guys who know, I watched the American Le Mans series in its heyday from 2007 to 2013. In fact, I was at every single edition of the Northeast Grand Prix between 2007 and 2013, up until the split and up until the merger in 2014. So it's been it was cool to see these cars come out. I don't know if they're not going to be testing at Daytona for the Roar because they are not coming to the 24, so they're not going to be part of the Roar. I kind of expect all the usual players. So I'll give you guys a synopsis of the field and what I think, who I predict will win, and who I think will have a chances to win, and how the GTD classes will go in terms of pace and winning, so to speak. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But yeah, I'm going to go to bed, and I will and upload this. Hope you guys enjoyed this 14-minute video, even though I said it'd be quick. It was kind of not. But I will catch you guys tomorrow for another video, and we'll try to go for 4 in a row. I don't know if gameplay will be out. Maybe not. And maybe Thursday I'll have something out. We'll see. And I'll try to have a gear change show for you guys on Saturday. I'm probably going to talk about I plan to talk about silhouette chassis. For those of you who do not know what silhouette chassis are chassis that are chassis that have a caricature of a race car model, but they have a different engine to what the stock car has and stuff like that. I just kind of gave it away which cars I'm going to talk about in the list, aka NASCAR. So, i.e. example given NASCAR. So, and what other silhouette race cars are around the world, and how they're functional and how some of them are not. So yeah, silhouette racers will be the topic for Saturday. I hope you guys will enjoy that, and I will try to put out more. I may do Friday Night GTA, we'll see, and then Friday Night Mayhem and GTA. Hopefully without getting abducted by aliens, but we'll see. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Hope you guys all have a good rest of your week. Well, I already said it already, so hope you guys have a good week so far. For those of you guys who are going back to school for another 3 weeks, that'll be fun because then you guys get another week off. Be cool. But I'll see you guys on, well, let's meet tomorrow again, ladies and gentlemen. And long live this country, and God bless this country and everybody in it. God bless us all, and let us overcome our obstacles, and let us all be good people. Sends the broadcast for the day. Thank you.